The views and opinions expressed on the following program do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of Nash Community College, the Board of Trustees of Nash Community College, or the North Carolina Community College System.
We don't need no stinking podcast. Oh, no.
Well, you buy a hat like this, I'll bet you get a free bowl of soup, huh?
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
I'm gonna make him an offer again.
You play ball like a girl! Oh, yeah! Come to play!
And Leon's getting larger. Nothing but pure and simple old-fashioned communism.
But I was going into Toshi Station to pick up some power converters.
Well, thank you very much. Can I be in charge for a while?
Hey guys, welcome to Big Bang Cinema. I'm Isaac Anderson.
I'm Tyler.
Oh my goodness, how you doing, man?
Tired.
Still flinging your feet.
Yeah, trying to get some leg day in.
Leg day in? How is that going to work your legs?
It
In any positive way?
It works the joints, man.
Well, isn't leg day purpose for your muscles?
Yeah, it's working for me. Can you hear me now?
No, unmuted.
Oh, apparently Tyler's on mute.
Can you hear me
Bro,
now?
we got to check that before the show. But guys, real quick, before we start, we got two special guests on here that are pretty much our hosts now. Like they're hosts with us. So on my right, we got
Ricky
Mr.
Trevelyan.
No, we have Hunter Baker, and then we have Chris Darkins over here. How you guys doing?
Chris Darkins, no. Oh, yeah, I think I thought about this
Well,
before.
speaking of Chris Darkins, you guys
That
are
is
in the
freaking
dark.
cool,
compared to
though,
us.
dude. You know, that's Chris Darkins.
How do you not know that?
Dude, you sound like a character from a book. That's really awesome.
Guys, in case you don't know,
You
this
sound like a teacher at Hogwarts. Christopher Dawkins, the defense against the dark magic teacher.
you
So
should
I'm
be
fated to
honored.
be hated by all the students.
Oh, that's right. They do hate all the defense against the darkness teachers, don't they?
Except for Mad Mooney.
Mad Mooney was awesome.
I guess so. But guys, in case you don't know, this is a movie show where we talk about
eyeball.
movie news, movie reviews, and everything in between. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into the show. So I think the first news story we have right now.
It's called The Postman. I believe I've seen this movie before.
It's not The Postman.
Oh, it's The Post, the trailer about the two reporters that from the Washington Post that released all the information about the secret fighting against the world reason there in Vietnam.
Yes, well, this is a movie directed by Steven Spielberg, and the movie's called The Post, and it is exactly about what you just said.
Yeah.
So I don't really need to feel the need to.
I learned it in history class. Thank you.
So I
much,
believe
Mr.
we have
Wakeman.
a trailer here for it, and yeah, I mean Steven Spielberg's back in the light after BFG, which was a financial kind of failure, which was really surprising, as big as a director as he is.
Well, yeah, think about it. BFG was only really popular in England. You don't have that much turnout for an expensive type of movie.
Yeah, and John Williams scored it too. So I mean, Steven Spielberg's definitely one of the most known directors. But I mean, this is kind of it's kind of a weird time to come out with this kind of stuff. You know, the Washington Post. Isn't there something going on with the Washington Post right now?
No, the Washington Post. There's a whole bunch of files being leaked.
That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
They were holding for a long time. They're finally releasing them now.
Hold on, sorry, I gotta stop this. Chris, are you eating? Like, what are you eating right now?
I think they're Sour Patch Kids. I could smell them from here.
I heard the crackle of a bag.
Oh, they were Sour Patch Kids. I could
You're
smell
taking
them.
after me. You're eating just like on the set too much. I like it, and by too much I mean one time. So enjoy your snacks.
I want one.
I'm just playing with you, man.
They wouldn't have known if you didn't say anything.
Yeah, well, you're on camera.
I know, but I wasn't eating on camera.
Well, now you are.
Because of you.
It's okay. No, dude, continue eating. We're all having fun here.
I want a Cabbage Patch Kid, but I can't eat while I'm on camera.
But yeah,
Yes.
all right. So back to this trailer. So this has got like a really big cast. It's got Meryl Streep, and it also has Tom Hanks in it. Tom Hanks, I think, is top billed right next to Meryl Streep because they are on the poster. So it also looks like Bob Odenkirk is in this from Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul.
Yes. Yeah, Saul himself, Saul Goodman himself. So just kind of, what do you think about this, Tyler?
Well, I mean, if they can keep it historically accurate, I mean, it's a pretty amazing story, man. I mean, these two reporters blew the whole thing wide open. It's one of the biggest scandals in United States history.
Yeah.
The Johnson administration keeping all this secret from the Ken Deutch to the Johnson.
Oh wow.
Yeah, man, it was like stuff about they were bombing countries around Vietnam and everything. They want to keep China from getting Vietnam's oil reserve.
I believe that's Michael Fassbender playing LBJ, right?
Possibly.
I think so. I mean, if I heard that right and I saw that right, I believe so. Please check that for us, Hunter. Who is playing LBJ in the Washington Post movie, The Post? The devil himself. Yeah, but I don't know, Chris. Watching this trailer, what do you think? I'll come back to you.
I mean, I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. It looked
You've
pretty
heard of the
decent
Washington
movie,
Post
but
before?
what?
You heard of the Washington Post?
No.
So there we go. Let's move on.
No.
Wait, you mean like this movie?
The movie's about the Washington
Post.
Post.
I've heard of the Washington Post. I thought you meant like this movie.
No.
Yeah, no, I've heard of the Washington Post. Yeah.
No, but I mean, just here, like seeing this, I mean, I think it's going to be something really interesting because Steven Spielberg. One thing that Steven Spielberg doesn't really do in his movies, he doesn't really have too much subtlety in his movies. So I feel like this is going to be a very direct and in-your-face kind of thing. What was the movie he made? It was like back in 2005. Eric Bana was in it.
The Hulk. No, never mind.
That was not the Hulk.
That was Ang Lee.
That was Ang Lee. No,
that explains why it was terrible.
What was the movie called? I can't think of it. Like where they were in the overseas and they were doing some sort of mission. I don't remember, but it's probably gonna be somewhere like that. Kind of. It's gonna be a serious tone, but it's gonna be kind of very direct subject matters. He doesn't really leave a whole lot of stuff up to question. He's not a really ambiguous kind of director. And Tom Hanks always, he gives a pretty solid performance. And so does Meryl Streep for the most part.
I cannot think what movie you're talking about.
I can't think of it either. It doesn't matter. But
But
yeah,
exist.
do you think Steven Spielberg's going to have another hit in his hands, or you think it's going to be a forgettable one?
This stuff right here is really relevant today.
It is. I mean,
because they just blew off, open a big scandal within the what's been going on for the past 2 or 3 years about the whole Clinton administration. I mean, so leaking, releasing illegal activity done by the government is like a really big moment right now. So I mean,
yeah, it's very relevant. But I mean, I don't know. I'm really excited to see it. But speaking about not being excited at all, the Universal Dark Universe looks like it's
dead.
It's not dead yet. It's dying, and it's pretty much on its way to death.
They're not going to revive it again like they tried to do the movie, are they?
No, but Alex Kurtzman, one of the main producers, actually left. And there was another producer that left too. I have his picture up here. Can't think of his name. It's something really Chris something. I think it's under the picture.
Darkins.
No, it's not Chris Darkins.
Oh. Chris Morgan?
Chris Morgan, that's it. I knew it was Chris something. This is him. He just looks like a straight up dude. I'm sure he's just some sort of producer.
He looks human.
He looks like a human. But yeah, Alex Kurtzman's one of the most fascinating ones that has left because they had all these films planned out. They had Johnny Depp planned to be the Invisible Man. Javier Bardem was going to be Frankenstein's monster. They already introduced Russell Crowe as Dr. Jekyll and
Mr. Hyde.
Yeah, Mr. Hyde. And they kind of introduced Tom Cruise in there inside the Mummy, and the Mummy's over there.
I don't know what he was.
I guess he's now the Mummy. I think.
No, I don't think he's a mummy at all. I think he's like.
But is they
like
trying to make?
Lupus?
I don't know. They're not gonna make a sequel to it. So who cares?
Yeah.
But yeah, Alex Kurtzman was the director of this. And in case you don't know who Alex Kurtzman is, first off, director of the newest Mummy, and then he also wrote a lot of movies that a lot of people don't like with Robert Orsi, I think is his name, which is his writing partner. And they're known for writing terrible, terrible scripts. That like Transformers, they wrote Transformers. I believe that they wrote, just a bunch. The last few Star Trek movies, they wrote Star Trek in the Darkness. Just stuff like that. They write like really hacky scripts, and I'm sure they're cool guys. So, I mean, I don't know, but that's just the fact.
Terrible movie.
You can't.
The Mummy was horrendous.
Yes, and he directed it, and if he's jumping ship, it must be something kind of like really rough going on.
It's got to be bad, man, because a lot of people go down the ship with this kind of stuff. But if it's this bad,
I think he's jumping ship before it hits the iceberg, But I don't know. Hunter, have you seen the new Mummy movie?
No.
Huh?
No.
Okay. I guess not. Hey, Chris, have you seen it?
No.
Y'all are lucky.
Okay. Well, we saw it. We did not like
Four
it.
irises. She does.
Irises.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, but
that's
that's not the rest of the movie. The rest
Twice
of the movie.
as potent as two.
So do you think she had double vision?
No. Well, I mean,
Like Foreigner, Double Vision.
this kind of reminds me of something that's been happening with a lot of movies now. Every studio
Trying to get a universe.
They want a franchise. They want like a franchise like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They want something like that. But the bad part is, a lot of them don't have the material to cover that, and some of them don't really know how to get it off the ground. They're trying to rush to get it out, and they're putting all their eggs in one basket in the sense of like the new Ghostbusters movie, like the female Ghostbusters movie.
That sucked.
Sony, Sony put all their eggs in the basket of they were going to start something called Ghost Corps, which is going to be a franchise.
Ghost Core, not Corpse.
Whatever.
Ghost Core.
Ghost Core. Who cares? It's not a thing anymore. Ghost Core.
Yeah,
and
it's
gonna. It was going to be a bunch of movies, video games, television shows, spin-off movies of nothing but Ghostbuster stuff.
Sounds like Japanese anime, don't it? When they make a franchise into everything.
Yeah, but this was
mobile games, video games, television shows.
I believe they had like offices and everything made for this, and they're just like empty office spaces somewhere now because like it just went down the, it went down the hole so fast.
And then we can get office building for this.
This is an office building, technically.
Oh, okay, I like that.
But yeah.
Okay, I'm about to give you. Guess who had the original cinematic universe?
Who?
A View Askew. Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith had the original.
That's kind of cool.
Think about it. Jay and Silent Bob, Clerks, Chasing Amy. All these movies were like built around the pretty much Jay and Silent Bob universe.
They kind of were, but they want something that's going to like literally be going to something, like going to a big picture. They want the big picture.
Oh, this was
stuff.
the big picture, dude.
But I mean, it's more than that. You know what I mean? Like a franchise.
A View Askew.
But yeah, that just kind of shows studios probably shouldn't put all those eggs in one basket because you don't know if it's going to work.
Not everything can have a universal franchise.
I don't think that Marvel thought they were going to go out and make something that's successful. So I mean, you can always replicate that. But speaking about Disney, we're actually going to go to our next topic here, which is the most interesting of the week.
Oh, talk about Disney trying to buy 20th Century Fox?
Yes.
What?
Disney is trying to acquire 20th Century Fox, most likely because of their movie rights. And in case you don't know, 20th Century Fox actually owns the right to a lot of Marvel characters.
The ones they don't have.
Yeah, like Fantastic Four. They own X-Men. They own Deadpool. Fantastic Four is a big one. Yeah, we're going through these pictures fast. Sorry, Chris. But Fantastic Four, X-Men, which is prospering right now. And then Deadpool is probably their biggest franchise right now, right next to the X-Men. But here's the thing. Here's the biggest concern of mine. Also, there's one more. I almost forgot. Besides Marvel characters, they also have another little bit of something.
The original Star Wars.
They have the original Star Wars, yes.
Yeah.
And by the original Star Wars,
Planet of the Apes.
Well, I don't think they're really going to do too much with that.
Oh, dude, that movie made a lot of money.
It did. I really enjoyed it. But, I mean, the big one's probably Star Wars because they want to probably do something with the rights that they don't have with the Star Wars stuff. But
huge collections. Like, I'm talking about like a movie pack this long. Just Star Wars movies.
I mean, like, they do a lot already. But I don't know. What do you think about this? Do you guys think this is a good idea?
Okay, only problem I got is the less movie companies you have out there, the less creativity there's going to be. Because, I mean, Fox is known for taking big leaps and really taking really big chances, and Disney usually plays it safe on a lot of things. So you're going to have safe X-Men movies. You're going to have a Deadpool where no one really dies, and everybody comes back to life and they'll get a happy ending. No.
Yeah, and that's my biggest concern too, is because Fox is known for like those. They kind of started the R-rated superhero movie in a way in the mainstream.
Also Spawn.
They did it. Well, they made these popular.
Blade.
They made them popular.
Okay, Blade and Spawn.
Yeah, Blade was one, but you know what I mean. They made them popular. They brought them into the mainstream in a way that nobody else has. And I believe Deadpool. It was actually a great movie. A lot of people really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it, but. Here's the thing. Disney doesn't really release R-rated films. And I think that's exactly...
Touchstone does.
Well, I mean, Touchstone does, but I mean, I'm talking like Disney, as far as like a Disney picture with like the little castle. Yeah, do. Like, they don't do that.
Do they do it on Marvel movies?
No.
See, there we go. They can do that. Keep like, I mean, that's what I'm probably going to have. You still have a 20th Century Fox, but you're going to have like it's going to be 20th Century Fox, but Disney owns it. It's going to be an umbrella. But I'm guessing 20th Century Fox may have like their own individual creative ideas where they can still run autonomously, but they're backed by Disney. They got the Disney money to push it.
I mean, I don't know. I think Disney wants these guys to be part of the MCU. I think that's probably the biggest thing because they've already cornered the marketplace with pretty much everything else. If they corner this, they're gonna win. They're gonna win.
And I feel like the X-Men franchise is broken up in all these different pieces right now.
Yeah, and if they reboot it in a way that like it's gonna be back into the universe, Phase 4 of Marvel is gonna be like owning the world. But Chris, you have something to say about this?
I mean, I just mainly it's like I agree with y'all. It's like the main thing that immediately popped into my head is that Disney can't do an R-rated movie, and that's exactly what Deadpool needs is an R-rated movie. Like you can't just imagine a movie that starts off with the whole Disney theme and goes right into a movie dropping about 5 F-bombs in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
And that just doesn't seem possible.
Hunter?
Well, I mean, you have to keep in mind, like Pixar, right? That doesn't open with Disney. That opens up with Pixar, even though they
Marvel. Marvel doesn't open with
Marvel,
Disney.
like it'll be backed by them. It'll be like a
Touchstone
parent company.
Touchstone.
Yeah,
Touchstone
it'll still probably say 20th Century Fox, but the people running it are now Disney employees.
Yeah.
So like the higher ups will probably get kicked out, but I feel like most of the creative team would probably stay the same.
But do you think that they want this to be part of like the cinematic universe of the Marvel?
Yes.
How do you think Deadpool's going to play into like a Guardians of the Galaxy movie with not being able to drop all those words?
Well, like Deadpool is mainly, it's not even really about the obscenity and about the violence. It's more about the fourth wall break and the craziness of the character himself. So a lot of times when he's in there, he's comedy and relief to begin with. He's not a serious character. So there'd be no problem with him showing up in a tiara and a little tutu with his suit on underneath and just dance around in the background. Like literally, that would be totally within Deadpool's character.
I've seen it in the comic book too. Yeah, I've seen that he'd do that in the comic book. Or like him finding a cheeseburger and watch everybody fight and kill each other and sitting there eating a cheeseburger because he found it had the special mac sauce on it.
Like the character isn't inherently vulgar. He's just inherently random and comedic.
Yeah, he's got brain damage too. He's crazy.
Yeah. He's all over the place with just no filters, which like just an offset of that is the obscenity. So
Now, am I comfortable with the idea of Disney having so many different film studios under them? Marvel, LucasArts, 20th Century Fox.
We're gonna get a world of safe movies, I think.
Yeah, it's not even about safe movies. It's just they're all coming from the same place at that point.
So you also got to look at this too. Though, is we got anti-monopoly laws in America. So eventually, they might be forced to break up and sell parts of their franchises they own from. I mean, they could just break apart Fox and keep what they want and give the rest of it to other companies to sell.
That's fun. I mean, I don't know.
They also own the History and Discovery Channel.
Really?
Yeah,
Wait, do they?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Wow. So Disney owns everything we love in life. But yeah.
Well, so they own the Nazi channel. And they own the Animal Channel.
Do they own? I don't think that's true, is it?
Yeah, the History Channel. If it wasn't for Nazis, there'd be no History Channel.
Oh, well, there you have it, kids.
Yeah, see.
But we're almost out of time. We got about 10 minutes left.
Oh, we got the Justice League next.
Well, no, let me introduce it because we got to speed through it. Justice League apparently has a mandated running time for under 2 hours.
Oh, they're going to push everything and push it to 2 hours.
And this is studio executive saying this movie cannot be any longer than 2 hours because that was the problem with Batman v Superman. It was too long.
So you
and not story problems.
Excuse me, they have all these characters. They're trying to keep it under 2 hours.
No, it's mandated. Like they have to.
They're required to keep it under 2 hours.
Yes.
Are these people crazy?
So
yes, they came out with Suicide Squad and Batman v Superman
Fair enough.
and Man of Steel. What do you expect?
So they're trying to pack a whole tune into a sardine can.
Yes, and the movie's been refilmed 3 times over, and this looks like the biggest cluster of all time. But who knows? It might be good. Apparently, it's been testing just as good as Wonder Woman did, but that doesn't say much. Because, I mean, who knows?
But they could be testing it on DC fanboys.
Yes, exactly. They'll probably get like the fanboys to come in.
Like, Kevin Smith, what do you think about this? I like it.
It's good.
Love it.
Wonder Woman fought. It's awesome. Yeah. There you go. But real quick, does anybody have any thoughts on this? No.
Anybody have any thoughts right now on anything?
I think we beat Justice League to death.
My only question is on this picture: why is Batman's symbol and it's just white?
I don't know. It's weird in every single picture. It's always kind of different. But I mean, it's we'll see in the movie. They'll probably have some stupid explanation for it.
It's that white bat from Ace Ventura.
The white bat from Ace Ventura?
Yeah. Chikaka.
Bumblebee tuna. But guys, I don't think we have time for a break right now. So why don't we go ahead and go to our segment? So we talked about the Justice League just a little bit, talking about how it has a mandated running time for under 2 hours because apparently their movies are too long. But that's going to bring me into a mindset to like, well, what other movies feel really long and or is too long? So that's going to come to our segment this week, which is the long short of it. We're going to be talking about movies that feel really long because they are long and they're too long story-wise. So we have each picked a movie. So I think, Tyler, why don't you go first?
Isaac chose Minority Report.
Well, I don't care what I chose right now.
Okay.
No, go with the one you told me. It's not listed down there.
Superman 2.
No, the other one.
Dune. The 6 hours director cut. That's always great.
Yeah.
That's a really... No, look, there's the Minority Report. Why don't you go first and do Minority Report?
Dune's in there, buddy. Dune's in there.
Dune's in there. Where's the Dune at?
Dune is in there. There it is!
There's the Dune.
All right. So tell us why does Dune feel so long?
Because the whole director's cut.
Just a second. I thought you were saying dude. I was like...
No, Dune.
Dude. I'm not talking about the Big Lebowski, man.
Yeah.
It's the Dune.
Nope.
No.
All right, continue. Why is Dune feel so long?
Because if you watch the whole director's cut, it actually makes sense. It's about 6 hours long.
Okay, well, does the theatrical cut not make sense?
It's like 2 hours long, and I didn't understand what was going on in a lot of it.
Okay, well, does it feel like 6 hours, or does it fly by?
It feels about like 8 hours, possibly 9.
Oh, wow.
You look at it, you see the sun, look out the window, and the sun. Yeah, you're sitting there watching it, and like the sun's going across across the living room like that, and your little dog's following across there trying to lay in it, and you're just like, you're sitting there watching it, and you get up, and you realize your legs are asleep. You look out, try to click, figure out what time it is. And
You've been here, man.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, it's 2 o'clock. Oh, that's not bad. I still got. And you look outside and it's dark. You're like, oh, that's 2 a.m. Like, oh my God. And you're looking around and you're like, I miss lunch. I miss dinner. I'm so hungry. And it's dark, and you're like, I was supposed to be at work at 4 o'clock, and it's already this late now. And you just watch this because you wanted to see Sting get stabbed to death, and you waited that long to watch it happen. That's Sting.
Oh yeah, really? Yeah. I couldn't tell.
That's Sting.
But yeah, anything else to add on Dune?
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
That's a lot of movies. But this one's actually one I really, really enjoyed. It ties right back into Steven Spielberg.
Oh, the Philip K. Dick story.
Yes, Philip K. Dick story. Steven Spielberg directed this, and Tom Cruise stars in it. And I'm talking about Minority Report. Oh. Minority Report is a great film. It's a great story by Philip K. Dick, and it's beautifully directed by Steven Spielberg. I love the cinematography in it. I love the acting, and the story is Tom Cruise plays Tom Anderton, who is a part of this police force that has these genetically
precogs.
Yeah, they have psychic people called the precogs, where they can see people do crimes before they happen.
Precognition.
And so they arrest people before they've done crimes, and that's the precog initiative.
Well, and the whole part of the story is like he sees a crime of him committing, and he got one up.
I was getting to that.
Oh.
Let me describe the plot.
Oh.
But yeah, so exactly what Tyler said. One day, it turns out that John Anderton is going to be killing somebody in the future, and so now he's on the run against Colin Farrell, who's like another one of the officers there. So he has to go on this mission, and the whole movie's great. Spoilers for Minority Report in case you haven't seen it. I really, really enjoy
20
it.
Years almost.
Well, it's 2001. Yeah, and I
18
really
years.
Yeah, it's really, really in-depth story. He steals one of the precogs from the station, and she starts having all these weird visions. So near the third act, John Anderton gets arrested, and he that should be the end of the movie, really. I mean, the movie really shouldn't go on after after the story ends. You know, like the precog initiative's kind of gone out. Max von Sydow's character kills himself, but then it keeps going. The movie keeps going for like another 10 minutes. Or 15, 20 minutes. And it just kind of derails everything that it needed. Like the whole movie up to that point was actually, really in-depth, really, really emotional, really, really kind of cerebral in a way. But it just kept going on and had to give us the happy ending of all the precogs living out in a house somewhere. And it kind of derailed the movie for me.
Total Recall-esque, but it lost all of it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a great movie I still enjoy, but it does feel too long. But Hunter, what did you say?
I chose Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets. When this movie started, I was clean shaven.
Oh, man.
So it's weird, man. Valerian is the main character, and he's this government agent who has to go on this mission to recover this rare artifact from like this sketchy market transaction that's happening. Then you find out that the thing that he got is from this race of people that were exterminated due to a war being fought over their primitive planet, and then a huge ship crashes into it, but they seek refuge in like this scrap piece of ship, and it gets blown into space. And then floating around in just a part of a spaceship, they learned physics, math, philosophy, everything from computer files that they figured out how to put back together, and started growing plants in literally like a storage unit of a ship just floating. They got picked up by a junk collector, taken to this massive satellite, which turns out it's the NASA, the space station right now, but planets and countries just kept adding their own part to it over the years, and it became this huge ship of its own. And it turns out that the general who runs that ship knew that the planet was inhabited but lied about, and it just doesn't stop. Like you keep finding out this other little element. They find the aliens, and then there's still 30 minutes of the movie of them sitting there like getting to the bottom of the whole thing. Like literally, the movie could have been 45 minutes shorter, and it would have done the exact same thing, which was basically nothing. The main character, Valerian, there has the emotional range of Keanu Reeves. All he does the entire movie, like same facial expression, I'm in love. I hate you. How could you do this to me? Best day ever.
Hit me a hello.
Yeah, it's just over and over, and it just never ceases. And every time I thought it was about to end, they just kept talking. And it really was hated.
Did she do eyebrows the entire movie?
Yeah, eyebrows just like that. It was like, she always looked kind of upset. Her hair never gets messy somehow.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Just the whole movie, I'm done.
Feels too long.
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Okay, well, Chris, you're going to have to kind of go fast. We got about a minute and a half, 2 minutes. But what did you say?
I said The Hobbit, and not just any one of the three. The entire trilogy.
Okay.
There didn't need to be 3 movies. It's like, this is a very obvious one, but they didn't need to be 3 movies. It's like they were trying to compete with Star Wars, but like they did it based off like a 300-page book. Mm-hmm. They could have done. They didn't need 3 more 3-hour movies. They could have done one like 2 hour something like that movie.
But Chris, didn't you like Gandalf's side quest and like the barrel races and all these like plots about conspiracies that weren't in the book? Didn't you like that?
And how they try to pack in stuff they forgot to add in Lord of the Rings.
And how they said smoke.
It's a cluster. You know how to finish that.
It's a cluster. Is that a truck driving by?
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah. Cool. Yep. But guys, thank you so much for watching the show today. We really do appreciate it.
What about Ghost? Somebody said Ghost in the Shell.
Oh, that's right. Adam, one of our volunteers and host of Game On every single Thursday from 2 to 3. He said Ghost in the Shell, the anime, was actually a little bit too long, which I looked it up. It's only an hour and 30 minutes, so it must feel really long. I've never seen the whole thing.
Not really.
Good
It's
God.
kind of short.
So he said it felt long.
Talking about the movie or the anime?
He said the movie. I mean, the anime movie. But guys, thank you so much for watching. We do have to go. Please stay for Quick Flicks. It will come on tomorrow at 9 o'clock.
PM.
No, AM.
AM. Always get this stuff backwards.
But guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm Isaac Anderson.
I am Tyler.
Hunter, Chris, thank you guys so much. Next week, we're going to be talking about Murder on the Orient Express.
AKA the Pierrot movie.
Yeah, and please leave a comment at facebook.com/studio67ncc.
.edu.
No, don't confuse people.
Right.
In case you want to leave a comment, please do, because we'd love to hear your feedback and we'd love to hear your thoughts. So
I
guys,
don't, but
we'll
he
see you
does.
next week. Stay lovely.
It's a class, San Diego.